Devilettes of Mississippi Valley State. Good afternoon and hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Kyle Cruz, and I'll be providing you with all the live play-by-play Game 12 of the Whataburger Invitational as we're about ready to get things going. As for the Texans, Kendall Daniel has taken the circle here in this final game of the Whataburger Invitational. Let's give you the starting lineup that she is going to combat for Mississippi Valley State. It's going to be the leadoff hitter, Jade Smith. She's in the left field. She stands at the plate. Hillary Victor, the second baseman, will bat second. Batting third is the catcher, Caitlin Harper. The shortstop, Laura Edwards, bats in the cleanup spot. Fifth hole will be occupied by Michaela Fleming. The third baseman, the center fielder, Haley Akers, bats sixth. Batting seventh is the designated player, Kalina Hentz. Karis Robinson, the first baseman, bats eighth, and batting ninth is the right fielder, Tania Partee, as this one is going to be fouled off. 0-2 here on the leadoff hitter, Jade Smith. Smith was 1 for 2 in the loss to Idaho State last night. This one is taken for a call. Strike three. Smith down on strikes to lead this one off. And it is now going to bring up the second baseman, Hillary Victor. Victor got the night off last night against Idaho State. As we'll give you the defensive alignment for Tarleton State in this one. This pitch is taken for a called strike. It is 0-1 in the outfield, left to right. Kayla Wallace, Kelsey Hill, and Ashley LaRue. On the infield behind Kendall Daniel, it is Austin Germain over at third base. The shortstop in this one is Tristan Trull. Over at second base is Jordan Dickerson, and then the first baseman is Brady Rowland behind the dish. For the Texans in this one is Kaylin Hill. Her battery mate, Kendall Daniel, 5'10", redshirt freshman out of Kingwood, Texas, delivers. This one is grounded over to third base, and an easy play for Austin and Germain. She'll retire Victor for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down for the Delta Devilettes here in the first, and it will bring up the backstop, Caitlin Harper. Harper, a 2 for 2 showing last night. 2 of the 6 hits for Mississippi Valley State in what was a tough 16-1 defeat at the hands of Idaho State. Harper digs in. Face Kendall Daniel. Going to sky this one down the right field line. That's going to be a foul ball. As the Liberty High School native. So we look at Kendall Daniel on the season. She is pitching in her third game. They have all been starts. An 0-2 record against a 4.20 ERA. 1 complete game to her credit. She's thrown 9 innings complete. 6 runs, 5 of which are earned. She's walked 5 and struck out 5. As this one's going to be grounded over to Tristan Trull over at short. She will straighten and throw over to Brady Rowland at first for the final out of the inning for Mississippi Valley State in the first. They go quietly, 3 up and 3 down. Our score after half an inning here. Laura Edwards will lead things off for Mississippi Valley State as she lines this one back up the middle, but Jordan Dickerson will range to her right. See it home for the out as we take a look at the starter for the Texans today, Kendall Daniel, who, folks, by no stretch of the imagination, is fortunate to be with us today in Stephenville, Texas. One of the most remarkable stories in all of not just college softball, but college athletics. Took the mound against Lamar, a complete game, tough luck loser in a 3-1 decision as she deals this one for a strike. Last weekend in the McNeese State tournament, what made that remarkable is Kendall Daniel was in a near-fatal car accident some 22 months ago as that one's in, for a called strike. Nope, scratch that. Scoreboard operator fooled me, evens it at 1-1, but Daniel, who had extensive rehab following that, as this one's going to be lined nearly identical, right back up the middle. This time Dickerson can't haul it in, though. And she's going to be in over at first base. So Jordan Dickerson right there. It's going to be E4. Rare mistake by the Texan two-bagger that time. So Fleming is on. It's going to bring up Haley Akers, a center fielder. But Kendall Daniel, such a remarkable story. Getting the start today, looking for her first career win. Did not have an opportunity to make an appearance last year or the year prior due to the aforementioned accident I talked about. She is locked and loaded for Mark Kumpion here in this 24 season, though. She deals that one outside for a ball, 1-0 with one away. As it's Haley Akers, the center fielder, at the plate. The Delta Devilettes, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Scored the lone run in that 16-1 loss last night to Idaho State. Swings through this one. Throw back behind the runner at first is not in time. Kendall Daniel, she was outstanding during her high school career at Liberty High School. Led her team to back-to-back 4A state championships in both the 2021 and 22 seasons. As here comes the 1-1 offering. Akers unable to check her swing, as that will now make it 1-2. She didn't just pitch either. 562 hitter as a senior, was invited to the West Texas All-Star Game, 25A Offensive Player of the Year in 2019, first team All-District member. Well, misses for a ball, 2-2, and Kendall Daniel, she didn't just stand out on the softball field. She's a three-sport athlete, also lettered in basketball and volleyball. Texan Nation, just glad to see Kendall Daniel back in the circle. It's been a long road back. Akers chops this one foul down the third baseline. So the Texans, the early 2 spot, playing from ahead in this. It was a back-and-forth affair with Buffalo earlier. Took an early 1-0 lead. Would see the Bulls rally back for a pair of runs in the second. Texans wouldn't trail for long, as they would scratch a run across in the third, and then it would be the deciding run in the sixth that would give them a 3-2 win in what was a brisk hour and 45-minute victory for the Texans, as that one misses. 3-2, one away on Haley Akers. Standing over at first base is Michaela Fleming. She reached on the error made by Jordan Dickerson. As Akers awaits the pitch from Kendall Daniel. Here it comes. Grounded, could be 2. Right at the shortstop, Charles go to Dickerson for 1. The throw on to first base is in time. 6, 4, 3. The twin killing gets Kendall Daniel out of the second inning. As for Mississippi Valley State in the second, no runs, no hits, an error. They leave nobody stranded. We go to the bottom of the second inning in Stephenville. 2-0, Charlton State with a lead. Kalina Hentz will lead things off for Mississippi Valley State, the designated player in this one. 1-0 offering from Kendall Daniel is going to be looped into shallow center field. Coming on is Kelsey Hill. She'll give way for Jordan Dickerson, who makes the nice play on the run. So Dickerson retires hence for the out. 1 up and 1 down quickly for MVSU here in the top of the third inning. It will be Karis Robinson, the first baseman, who will come to the dish. Karis, the night off last night against Idaho State. Over at first base in this one today. Fouls that one back. Oh, and we look at the early season slate for these two teams. Mississippi Valley State, after this, they are going to have a couple of midweek matchups. They're going to take on Western Illinois on Wednesday. 0-1 here, taken for a ball. That one will be a home doubleheader against Western Illinois. Then they're going to head to the Jackson State tournament. Some swaction. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Jackson State will be the opponents. They will play each of them once on the 24th and the 25th of this month, will Mississippi Valley State. So hoping they can turn the tables in this one and then pick up a couple of midweek wins and then head to that big tournament there. As the 2-1 coming. Taken for a called strike, evens the count at 2-2. As for Tarleton State, Texans will head to the Texas A&M Commerce Invitational after this. This one's in the dirt for a ball, brings the count full 3-2. Texans will take on Nebraska Omaha at 11 o'clock on Friday before they take on South Dakota immediately following that game. As that's a walk there, so Robinson reaches with the free pass. She'll strut down to first base, and that'll bring up Tania Partee, the right fielder.
At that for the Delta Devilettes, number 21.
Partee made that great diving catch to end the bottom of the second inning. By the way, we'll round out that Texan schedule next week at the Commerce Invitational. They'll play Nebraska-Omaha again on Saturday at 2 p.m. This one's chopped to third base. Jermaine will fire to second for one. They'll get the lead runner. So that's a sharp throw there from Jermaine. Partee will go over to first base now. But then following that Nebraska-Omaha matchup, 2 o'clock on Saturday, they'll take on the host, Texas A&M Commerce, at 7 o'clock on Saturday night, and then they will take on South Dakota at 11:30 on Sunday before they head back to City of Champions. Short drive over just outside of Dallas to Commerce, Texas, as this one's going to be bunted at home plate, foul by Jade Smith, the left fielder. She struck out looking her first time to the plate against Kendall Daniel, who's been good early on in this one, folks. She has thrown 2 2/3 innings so far, and this one has Daniel has now faced one above the minimum, has yet to give up a hit, has walked one. Has also struck out a batter. To the 0-1. Line on the left field line, just past the third base coach and head coach, Jimmy Buckner, as now 0-2 with 2 away here in the top of the third inning for Mississippi Valley State. No runs, no hits, an error. They have not left a runner on in this one. Have the Delta Devilettes Texans 5 runs on 5 hits, an error. Texans left a couple of runners on in this one. It's the 0-2. One just missed. There goes the runner. Throw down to second base. Oh, it was right to Dickerson, who made a stab at it. Squirts away. Stolen base for Partee that time. So Jordan Dickerson's had that happen a couple of times now. The line out that went in and out of her glove in the second, and now that one, as Kaylin Hill had the runner thrown out. But instead, the inning continues. Runner in scoring position. Texans will pull the infield in here, expecting it's going to be slapped into play. This is going to be chopped over to the shortstop. Trull will grab it, sidearm it over to first for the final out of the inning to retire the Delta Devilettes, as Mississippi Valley State cannot crack the scoreboard in the second. No runs, no hits. There were no errors, and they leave a runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 5-0. Charlton State in control. Back in the Mississippi Valley State order to the plate here in the top of the fourth inning, as it is Hillary Victor that leads things off. Second baseman is 0 for 1 in this one, grounded out to the third baseman, Austin Germain, her first time to the plate back in the first inning, as offering from Kendall Daniel in for a called strike. Now 0-2. Daniel's been good so far in this one. 3 shutout innings for the purple and white. Lone walk and a lone K. All that is on the line of Kendall Daniel thus far. Her 0-2 pitch to Hillary Victor. Going to be chopped weakly to the right side. Coming on as the second baseman, Dickerson. She'll flip it over to Brady Rowland at first for the out. So 1 up and 1 down here in this fourth inning for Mississippi Valley State, and it's going to bring up Caitlin Harper, the catcher. Harper grounded to short in the first inning, as she awaits the first pitch here from Kendall Daniel, who has worked efficiently so far in this one. 1 above the minimum. This one in for a called strike. 0-1. That's something Daniel's done a good job of. First 3 and a third inning to be precise. She stayed ahead in the count throughout this one. 0-1 coming to Harper. Missed for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1 with 1 away here in the top of the fourth inning. 5-0 Tarleton State with the lead. Mississippi Valley State, no runs, no hits, and error. They have left 1 on in this one. Texans 5 runs, 5 hits, and error. They have left 2 on in this game. In for a called strike, 1-2. Daniel once again ahead in the count. Texans will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the fourth inning. Maya Ramirez finally getting things on track. 3 up, 3 down, third inning. 1-2 from Daniel. Going to be hit down the first baseline. That'll be a foul ball. As do the 1-2 once again. And they're going to call the batter out. Brady Rowland saw whatever it was, as Mississippi Valley State staff a bit confused there. Bring up Laura Edwards. Here comes the 1-0. It's down for a ball. 2-0 the count. 2-0 with 2 away on Laura Edwards. Misses for a ball, 3-0, so Daniel in danger of giving up her second walk of the day. The 3-0 offer incoming. Misses for a ball, 4-pitch walk to Laura Edwards. So 1 on with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, and it will bring up Michaela Fleming. Fleming reached on an error to Jordan Dickerson back in the 2nd inning. Fouled off, 0-1 the count. Daniel toes the rubber. 0-1. Misses for a ball. Brings the count to 1-1. As here comes the 1-1 from Kendall Daniel. Fouled back, so Daniel strike away from getting out of the 4th inning here. Peers in at Kalen Hill. Does Kendall Daniel. The 1-2 to Fleming. Fouled off here. Do it again. Here comes the 1-2 from Kendall Daniel. Grounded to the right side. Dickerson, full extension, dives, throws, and gets Fleming for the final out of the inning. Jordan Dickerson, it's been an up and down day over at second base. She flashes the leather there to retire the Delta Devilettes in the 4th for Mississippi Valley State. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 5-0. Charles pitch to Hens, taken for a called strike. Kendall Daniel trying to the 5-inning complete game here. Texans lead at 9-0. Here comes the pitch to Kalina Hintz. Outside for a ball, brings the count even, 1-1. Comes the 1-1 from Kendall Daniel to Kalina Hintz. Swung on and missed. Chased that one down in the zone. As Hintz digs back in. 1-2 coming from Kendall Daniel. In for a called strike 3. Mississippi Valley State down to their final out now as Hintz is set down looking, and it'll be up to the first baseman, Karis Robinson. Robinson walked back in the 3rd inning, one of 2 lone base runners in this one for Mississippi Valley State, as Kendall Daniel's been outstanding in this one. 4 2/3 innings, no hits, no runs, only a pair of walks and a strikeout in this one for Kendall. Misses for a ball, 1-0. This one's going to be chopped weakly out in front of the home plate. And coming on is Daniel. She'll fire to first. And some 22 months after a nearly life-altering accident, Kendall Daniel has thrown a no-hitter in the Tarleton Softball Complex. 9-0. Texans win it over Mississippi Valley State. Give you the final line on this one. First for the Delta Devilettes. No runs, no hits, 3 errors. They leave 2 on in this one, as Mississippi Valley State will fall to 1-6 with the loss in this one. They now turn their attention to Western Illinois on Wednesday, a doubleheader out in Mississippi for that one. Mississippi Valley State 1-6 as it's Maya Ramirez who gets dealt her third loss of the season. She falls to 0-3 with a loss in this one. As we flip it over and look at the numbers for the Tarleton State Texans, who improved to 6-4 with a 1 in this one. 9 runs, 8 hits, a lone error, and 2 left on for Tarleton State. Kendall Daniel throws 5 no-hit innings in this one to collect her first career win. 5 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 1 K for the Texan righty as she sends the Texans to victory to cap a 4-1 Whataburger Invitational. They win it 9-0 over Mississippi Valley State here today. That's going to do it for us. I want to remind everybody this was a special presentation of ESPN. All games airing live or archived on the ESPN app. For my entire ESPN crew, this is Kyle Cruz saying so long from the City of Champions, where Tarleton State, they capped the Whataburger Invitational 4-1 with a